Hello everyone, welcome to the 11th episode of Mind Your Language Commentaries. In this episode, I'll be commenting on A Point of Honor. I like how Anna, Jamila and Sudi are discussing their homework or probably the English language while Janji and Guan and Daryl are just chit-chatting.
It's a bigger dance place in Hammersmith.
You spaghetti head. You are not.
That's got to be one of the most creative insults in the entire series. Spaghetti head.
Understanding. I'm explaining to you. Tomorrow, I'm having the honor of leading the prayer in our holy mass. So tonight, I'm going to have.
Notice how Mr. Brown is excited for Ali and is smile and is excited and not amused and happy for Ali to hear that he's being given a religious honor.
After the class.
Waste of time. The Sikh religion is the true faith. That's not true. Catholic religion is a true faith.
Roman Catholic.
What about Greek Orthodox?
What about Martin Luther?
Shinto.
Buddha, religion not true, only state is true.
I like how a lot of the main religions in the world are being represented. Giovanni and Guan represents Catholic, the religion of Catholic, while Chao represents Shinto, which is actually a national religion of Japan. Then Max, since he's a Greek, he practices Orthodox. Anna, she says she's a Martin Luther. I had never heard of Martin Luther before, but I'm guessing that's another religion. And Jamila mentions the Buddha, which is actually because Buddhism originated from India, though several countries like Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, maybe Vietnam, and several other, and even some parts of China, they practice Buddhism, though they practice various kinds of Buddhism, just like how Christianity has different variants. And Suli, as usual, she decided to say religion is not true and only the state is true.
According to the Bible, the original true faith was the Jewish one.
I don't believe it.
It's true, it's holy writ.
Now the debate has been solved.
One goose, two
Gooses? She's knockered out.
I don't know why Max is so enthusiastic about Jamila being like getting knocked out.
An epistle is the wife of an apostle.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, an epistle is a letter.
That's a very challenging question, and I don't think it should be asked for a class of learning beginner English.
Max, give me another word for forward.
MacDonald.
McDonald.
Yeah, he plays forward for Arsenal.
Football.
Last night, I'm not going to the cinema.
Wrong.
It is not wrong. Because last night, I'm not going anywhere at all.
In real life, you're telling the truth, but he thought he was asking you to correct the sentence, not tell the truth about yourself, saying, I didn't go to the cinema last night.
He wanted to take me out.
You want I give him a bunch of fivers?
I love how Max is trying to be a good friend and say, hey, you want me to beat up this guy for you? So wholesome.
Then, Eureka! I have heard you say a brainwash.
Wave.
Yes!
There's a difference between a brainwave and a brainwash. A brainwave means suddenly you got a new idea. A brainwash is like, let's say, someone formats your brain and makes you believe something that you don't initially believe in.
I tell him I'm engaged to be married to you.
Me?
I'm not surprised. She really likes Mr. Brown, and even in an imaginary scenario, she would pretend she's married to him.
No, she was very upset when she heard about you and Danielle.
The reason why she's upset is because teachers and student relationships are frowned upon, not because she likes Mr. Brown. It doesn't make sense that for someone who hates men to really actually be upset when another person wants to date Mr. Brown.
Men have always found me rather fascinating.
Yeah, I'm sure they have.
But the only man who found her fascinating is Captain Ivan Ivanovich. If Captain Ivan. I have not seen other characters that actually simp for Miss Courtney yet, aside from Captain Ivanovich. Wow, it's all Daniel's fault, by the way, for escalating the situation. Mr. Brown could have negotiated and be diplomatic towards Mr. Jarvis, but yet Daniel aggravated the situation, and now they're going to have a punch-up soon. So Mr. Jarvis is the opposite of Miss Courtney. He is a misogynist. Basically a man who looks down on women. So I think Miss Courtney and Mr. Jarvis are polar opposites. It's very interesting this episode existed because we get to see how a misandrist interacts with a misogynist.
Then and you start weaving. All of a sudden you do the alley shuffle. And you're one, two. Oh, sorry.
Actually, I feel rather nervous.
I wish we could see Sid actually fight, because if he was a trained boxer, he would have great fighting skills. Even for his age, he would have put out a good fight. In fact, what if Sid actually fought Mr. Jarvis? There's no contest that Mr. Jarvis that Sid will have won the fight.
Oh, Giovanni,
This fight.
what about it?
Well, we show you how to win. When you get in the ring, first you smash him in the stomach. Then when his head comes down, you knee him under the chin.
No. Much better. Chop on the back of the head.
No. First, you hit him in the throat, and then you butt him in the stomach.
All right, that'll do. I don't want any more fighting. You're here to learn English. I mean, don't forget why you're here.
I appreciate Giovanni, Max, and Guan trying to help Mr. Brown give fighting tactics to win, but yeah, he's right. They're here to learn, not to fight.
Bird in the hand.
Makes mess on your wrist.
He's not wrong, because a bird, yeah, they will shit on your hand. So yes.
Danielle, explain the meaning of the word illiterate.
That is someone whose parents are not married.
Danielle, that's illegitimate.
This question is asked to another character in the next season, but I won't say who.
Sorry. Juan,
Si, senor.
give me the opposite of the following words. Ready?
Not ready.
Yeah, I hadn't started. Juan,
I lost.
that's enough.
That's not enough.
Stop.
Go.
Sit down.
Stand up.
Oh, somebody stop him, please.
Silencio.
Hey, I do good, huh?
Yes, good.
Yo soy un talento.
This is my favorite Juan Cervantes scene. He basically outsmarted Mr. Brown, because he's technically not wrong. He's technically not still answering the question. Give me the opposite of the following words whenever you are ready. Instead of saying, give me the opposite of the following words. Ready? And then of course he manipulated the system and say, I'm not ready. I haven't started. I have started. One, I lost. That's enough. That's not enough. Stop. Go. Sit down. Stand up. Oh, somebody stop him, please. Oh, somebody don't stop him, please.
Give me another word and explain to me what is the meaning of syntax.
The tax you pay when you go to the church?
He thought that syntax, syntax, is sin space tax. And syntax is used a lot in programming. Like you have to follow this certain syntax when you code. So yes.
No, it means sentence construction. Suli, spell democracy.
China.
Epic question and answer.
What is another name for a valley between two mountains?
Valley between two mountains.
See, yes.
Pass.
Wow, that's a very lucky answer. So when Juan said pass, he wanted to skip to another question, but little did he realize that pass is actually a name for a valley between two mountains, like a mountain pass and so on. The Juan is actually lucky today.
This person insulted Miss Danielle Favre. He forced his attentions on her.
I see. Male chauvinism, Mr. Jarvis?
Well, why not? Women like to be dominated.
Well, chauvinist is actually a word to say that this person thinks men are superior to women, and so it's another word or synonym for misogynist. And I explained earlier in the previous episode what chauvinism means. And here we will see a misandrist interact with a misogynist.
Not we'll settle your differences in a much more civilized and sporting manner.
Oh, I quite agree. How about a game of chess?
I think Mr. Brown would have won a game of chess against Mr. Jarvis, because Mr. Brown is more intellectually smart compared to Mr. Jarvis, who is probably more street smart or probably physically strong.
Sit down, please. I have something for you.
What's that?
If you put this in his glove, maybe break his jawbones.
Yeah, and probably my wrist too. No thank you.
Excuse me.
I like how Jirenji gives him a tool to help him win. But we know who the real tools that help Mr. Brown win later.
On my right, from the woodwork department, Nigel Jarvis. And on my left, from the language class, Jeremy Brown.
You know how much difference is from these two contestants? Like everyone jeered for Mr. Jarvis, which means they actually mocked him. And since everyone knew that this Mr. Jarvis actually tried forcefully flirted with Miss Daniel, they obviously didn't like him, but they know Mr. Brown is like an underdog, and they're obviously supporting him because he's doing the right thing. Daniel, you shouldn't have said that. You distracted him.
We're gonna lose our money.
We gotta do something.
I like how they're like planning. They're only helping Mr. Brown because they only want to gain from it.
Reckon your Mr. Brown stands much of a chance? Maybe. Somehow I don't think I'd like to be in my shoes, you know?
How did this guy, the blonde guy, not notice Max untying Mr. Jarvis' shoelaces? Wow, that's beyond me.
Mr. Brown, I want to thank you what you did last night. You were so brave.
Daniel should be thanking Max and Giovanni because these are the two catalysts that helped Mr. Brown win.
Well, it was nothing really. Oh, well.
Mr. Brown.
What is it?
Oh, blimey, he's at it again.
Who's at it again?
That woodpecker teacher, Mr. Jarvis. He's making advantages to
I
Jamila.
love how Suli is like showing concern for Jamila and asking if she's okay. And Ali, of course, he was being Jamila's best friend. He stood up for her and yes.
But I'm naming you as my substitute.
How did everyone not realize that Mr. Brown is not the reason why he won? It's actually Max and Giovanni's help. Anyways, thank you for watching the 11th episode of My Own Language Commentaries. As mentioned before, again, I'll try to finish season 1 by the end of this week. And see you real soon. Bye now.